sports from KYMA News 11.
Imperial Valley College baseball tries to snap its latest losing streak. Welcome back, everyone. Well, IVC is trying to overcome 5 consecutive losses and looking for some kind of spark with the regular season winding down. We take you out to IVC, where they will try to avoid the 3-game sweep to the Palomar Comets. It's the home team in good spirits early in this one. We go to the top of the third. IVC's Nathan Holguin's offering is going to get smacked to left by Kyle Harvey, and this is going to bring home Bryson Hashimoto. Comets with the early lead. And then Holguin forces Nathan Mills to ground right back at him, and Holguin eventually gets the handle on it and makes the play at first for the out to get out of the top half. We go to the bottom half. Patience paying off at the plate for Jonathan Aguirre as ball 4 gives him a free pass to first base. IVC's Roberto Gonzalez tried to advance Aguirre on the base pass, but he hits a pop fly to center. That would prove to be a missed opportunity. Very next batter, Carlos Camacho's effort to make something happen, also all for naught. He falls victim to the classic strikeout. IVC would manage to squeak in a few runs, but Palomar's offense just too much, as IVC would take the tough 23-3 loss. All right, the biggest weekend yet for the 10th-ranked AWC baseball team has arrived. They're going to take on number 2-ranked Central Arizona, as in the Vaqueros. That would be tomorrow afternoon in a road doubleheader to see who will run the table for the upcoming Region 1 playoffs. That's going to be huge. All right, we got 2 prep baseball powers colliding with postseason. Well, there I am. All right. With the postseason on the line, both the Cibola Raiders and the San Luis Sidewinders jockeying for position to clinch a spot in the upcoming 6A playoffs. An all-important 3-game set would open up between them Thursday. So we go to San Luis with a highlight rewind of Game 1 as the Raiders' bats would come to the party early against Ernesto Vizcarra and the Sidewinders. Top first, leadoff hitter Antonio Torres pops his pitch off the bump into Jesus Buzani's glove, fires his throw over to first for the game's first out. Now with the runner on first, Andrew Yee launches his pitch to deep center field over the head of Ernesto Ochoa. And Aiden Guzman turns on the Jets. We actually sped up the video. He's not really that fast, but he's pretty close as he gets home. Just like that, 1-0 Cibola. 2 batters later, Christopher Higgins cranks a line drive down the third base line, getting Eric Garcia to scoot over to home plate, doubling Cibola's early lead. And then Vizcarra fakes a throw to third and goes to second instead. Home plate umpire calls a balk. Another Cibola run crosses home plate as a result. San Luis head coach Cesar Castillo not happy with the call, and a heated discussion would ensue. The Sidewinders would recover, though. Vizcarra gets Saul Benitez to strike out swinging, ending the top half, but San Luis in an early 3-0 hole. Andrew Yee would get the start for Cibola, so we head to the bottom of the first, and he would look sharp early, getting Buscani to fly out to third base into the mid of Higgins. And then Yee is going to prove to be quite a pinpoint pitcher, kind of painting the outside of the plate there. Raiders would get out of the first unscathed, but this game would turn into a shootout. The Raiders would come away with a 17-11 win. Both teams will meet again at Cibola on Monday. Well, to the Cibola softball fields, another highlight rewind where the Lady Raiders feeling good against the San Luis Sidewinders. Sophomore Stephanie Cortazar in the circle for the 5th-ranked Raiders. Top of the first, Cortazar gets a high call in her favor, and then Almeida Gil Zarate goes down swinging, followed by Alondra Sandoval with the whiff. A quick 1-2-3 inning, all by strikeout. We go to the home half with Gil Zarate in the circle. First batter, senior Elisa Moreno, and the lefty flies out to Julia Varela in right for the first out. Next, it's junior Aisley Perez with a solid base hit to left. Cibola with the first hit and base runner of the game. Then Kenzie Nakasawa grounds to Alondra Sandoval at short for the force out at second. 2 down, 1 on for Cibola. Nakasawa looking to steal. She gets in just in time. Moments later, junior Miranda Salcido with his frozen rope down the third base line. Nakasawa gets the green light to score. Cibola up 1-0 The Lady Raiders would go on to win at home by a score of 10-0 in 5 innings. All right, we're done with this all local barrage of sports. Let the holiday weekend begin.